Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. Another good run of cattle this week, 1,400 on Monday and 1,600 plus on Tuesday, and again, cattle are rolling and people are shipping calves all over, and it's good to see cowboys out getting up early and getting in their trucks and trailers and horses going up and down the road and business going on. It's a pretty exciting time of the year, and again, it's just been so hot. You know, why do we plan these shipping seasons right during the hottest days of the year? But that's just the way it is here in Florida. But we did have a lot of cattle, and the prices were good too. Calf prices were definitely higher, $3 to $5 straight across the board. Plainer cattle are still, you know, they're plainer cattle. They're just going to bring less, and the number ones are always bringing good. But we did have some 5-weight calves bringing up there around $1.60. 6-weight calves up there pushing close to $140. So those calf prices are coming up. It looks like the cattle on feed report that came out was fairly bullish. Numbers were down, I think 1% less cattle. Anyway, they were good for us. Bullish report there. The grain crop report, corn is better than they had anticipated, so that was also bullish. And it looks like corn is going to be at a lower level than we were thinking a few weeks ago. Remember, we were talking about $7 bushel corn, and some people were even thinking it might even go to $9 or $10, which would be crazy. But no, it's come back down off of those $7, $6, and it's back down to $5, and deferred months are already back down into the $4 range. And that cost a gain out there in the feedlot. You know, when these calves go west and they go in a feedlot, they put on weight, and it costs money to do that. They'll gain about 3 pounds a day, and right now the cost of gain is about $1 a pound, and that's based on the corn being at around a $5 level. And the old rule of thumb I've told you before is you can take the price of corn and times 2 it, double the 5 and you get a 1, that's $1. If corn was $6, there would be about $1.20 cost of gain. That's just a rule of thumb. But if you're going to do some figuring about what calves are worth, these guys are buying these 600-pound calves for around $800, and they're going to put 600 more pounds on them when they're ready to finish, and it's going to cost them about $1 a pound. So there you go. You've got a $900 calf delivered to the Panhandle, plus another $600 in him. That puts him at $1,500 with the cost of that animal. And so that's what the feedlots have to sell that animal to break even, or whoever's feeding the cattle, which sometimes producers do when you retain ownership. But those packers are buying them there for right now around $1.20 live on the hoof. So that's you know, they're giving less than $1,500 right now for the steer, and they're selling that meat. This is the second highest record box beef cutout price in July in history. Last year was the highest, and the packers are still rolling in the dough, and they're very current. There's not a bunch of backlog of cattle out there in the feedlots, and the demand for beef is excellent. High retail prices have not slowed consumption down, which is amazing. At some point there's always a price level where somebody's going to put that T-bone down and pick up a chicken or something, but it seems like that meat's just rolling off the shelf, and hopefully some of that price and profit will trickle down to the producers. That's what we need to happen. But anyway, calf prices are better. There's a little bit more optimism in it, and anytime you get a support in prices with a supply big like what we had here in Florida this week, you know, over 3,000 head here, and I'm sure Arcadia had a bunch of cattle, but there's a lot of cattle out there, and these buyers they can kind of be a little bit more picky about what they're buying, but their demand is really good, so that's a good sign. Slaughter prices held about steady. There's just been a huge supply of slaughter cows and bulls come to town, so that supply has curved prices on the cow meat there, but they're all about steady, maybe a little bit less than what they were. Anyway, it's looking pretty good. And on the high prices for this week, we had a little calf that David Daniel and Almus Willis brought in a partnership deal there. They had a 195-pound calf that brought $2.65, bought by Enterprise. And on the slaughter cow side, we had two high-priced cows, one from Escape Cattle in Kenansville and one from H.H. Parton in St. Cloud, two long-time, old-time family customers of ours. Thank you for your business. You guys both topped the cow market with a 1,165-pound cow that brought $71.50, both of them bought by Florida Beef. That's your market report. Thank you.